Welcome to the second episode of the Business of Fashion Illustration. My name is Ademi and I'm a fashion illustrator and designer based in Lagos, Nigeria. Since you've started learning fashion illustration, the next thing you need to know is how to build a strong portfolio and get noticed as a fashion illustrator. Your portfolio would help you get clients, collaborations, and job opportunities. So in this episode, I'll be showing you how to build a strong portfolio, even if you're just starting out. First of all, you have to define what format you want your portfolio in. Some create websites, some create a PDF file, or you want it printed like hard copy. That's up to you. I only have experience in the PDF format one, so that is what I'll be going off by. The first thing you want to do is to introduce yourself and what you do briefly. You don't want it to be too long. And you also want to talk about the people that you do it for. So an example would be like, hi, my name is Ademi. I'm a fashion illustrator and designer. I'm a freelance fashion illustrator and designer with experience of so years. And I make illustrations for commercial brands and editorial purposes, maybe for book covers. But you have to go straight to the point. Those are the things they want to see. They are going to see those keywords. Even if they cannot read the entire thing, they will be seeing those keywords. If you're a beginner and you're wondering, oh, I don't have anything to showcase in my portfolio, this is where sample project comes in. Sample projects are the kind of project that you do for yourself. So you're not necessarily doing this for any clients. You just decide that, okay, I want to make an illustration on so dress. Maybe you see a dress that you really like. So you just make an illustration on it. You make sure that the illustrations that you're making are of high quality because you want to include it in your portfolio. One thing I would let you know is that quality is better than quantity. Just because you want your portfolio to like be filled up with a lot of amazing work, you now want to rush things and then you're creating illustrations that are not up to par. You have to make sure the quality is up there. Because if it is not, in our line of work, what is really important is your work, the quality of your work. Like when they see your work, all the English, all the other things that we've been writing does not really matter. What matters the most is your work. You have to let your work do the talking for you and you go straight right into it. The next thing you want to do is to input your best work. Your best work should be the ones up front because you cannot guarantee that the person going through your portfolio would have the time to go through everything. But immediately you start with your best work, they can already tell that, there's something there. This person is good. This person knows what they're doing. When you put the illustration in the portfolio, you can also have like a small section where you just write a little thing on maybe the inspiration behind the illustration or what your thought process was or what your process is, like a step-by-step process. You don't want to go into too much details. Again, we're just trying to like fill up the portfolio. The next thing you need to take note of is to diversify your illustration style or the kind of illustrations that you do. So for instance, I'm a fashion illustrator and majority of the work that I do are mainly for the bridal industry. And I am trying to get my portfolio out there. What I'm going to do is that as much as I'm going to be including my bridal illustrations, I also want to diversify and let them know that I can do so type of illustration. Let me say I can do kids illustration. I can do illustration of bags. I can do illustration of shoes. Like you literally have to put everything you're capable of in that portfolio. If you have a high quality of a picture of a bag illustration that you did, include it. I know a bag illustration might not be something you totally enjoy doing, but if you're able to do that and it is of high quality, include it. If it is shoes, include it. If it is maybe accessories, include it. You don't want to constrict yourself in one niche, if I can call it a niche. You want to be able to like diversify and let the clients pick you for what they want about you. If I had two portfolios with me and one of them have bridals alone, which is impressive, and the other one has bridals, they have ready to wear, they have Ankara, they have print work, they have bags, I am definitely going to go for the person that has all those things in their portfolio instead of going with the person that is a master or the best at bridal illustration. So do you understand what I'm trying to say? You don't want to put yourself in a box. You want the client to pick you for what they want you for, even though you can do a lot of things. That way you will appeal to all type of clients and you will not be losing job opportunities. If you're not a total newbie at fashion illustration, let's say you already have clients that you've worked with, you've had projects that you've worked on. If it is a big brand, it is best for you to include it. That would even convince them more that you know what you're doing. And if you've been working with mainly startup brands, you can indicate that you've been working freelancing with different promising brands and all. So let me give you a quick recap on what makes a strong portfolio. Quality over quantity, that is key, including variety. You need to let them know that you are very diverse. You can do all type of illustrations. And then the third thing is that you have to put your best work first. So those three things are what make a strong portfolio stand out amongst others. Think of your portfolio as a visual resume. It should show your skills, your unique style, your creativity, and so on. Now to the next step. Your portfolio needs to be seen. You need to showcase your work. Creating a portfolio with no plan on how to showcase your work is literally just wasting your time. So you have to have a strategy on how to promote yourself properly. The platform I would recommend is Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. I have been dabbling in Pinterest. I do not know how the app works, to be very honest, but I do know that I've seen some of my work being posted by other people and I've been tagged by it, and people see those pictures and check out my Instagram. So I do think Pinterest is actually very important as well. So when it comes to Instagram, you want to be posting reels, you want to be posting carousels. I don't really know much about Instagram algorithm because low-key I've given up on it. I'm more focused on my TikTok right now. And when it comes to TikTok, you have to be creating content, short videos. You can showcase your illustration on TikTok by showing the BTS of how you created the illustration, what was the inspirations and all that. And you can do the same thing on Instagram as well. Now, the next thing is for you to post consistently on those platforms. I know that a lot of people say consistency. Even I struggle with consistency, but it is the truth. I've seen that consistency work wonders when you are constantly putting yourself out there to the right people. Majority of my clients, in fact, I would say, like, when I first started illustration, 90% of my clients were from Instagram. Like, they found me on Instagram. They probably found my illustration through somebody else on Instagram. Maybe someone else posted my illustration on their story. So those are the ways I got noticed by clients. So you have to make sure that your online presence is top notch. Like, you have to be up there when it comes to online presence. You have to be in their eyes, in their faces. Right now, I don't post much on Instagram, but I do know that once I'm done with my TikTok, I'm trying to build my TikTok, and once I'm done with my TikTok, I will definitely come back to Instagram, like, with much stronger force. You guys should expect me. So before I wrap up, I would like to let you know the mistakes you should avoid when you're building your portfolio. Number one is including unfinished work or low quality illustration. Just don't do that. Like, if it's not finished, then it does not have a place on your portfolio. Don't do that. It is going to make you seem very unprofessional. The client is probably going to think you're joking or something. So do not do that. The next thing is not showing diversity in your work. Like I said, you might lose a client just because the client went with someone that has more to offer than you, that you're just offering one type of illustration. So keep that in mind. The last thing is not having online presence, which is something I just explained now. You need an online presence. That is how you're going to get your clients. That is how people are going to talk about you. Like, if a client wants to refer you to someone, she has to send your maybe Instagram page or a TikTok page to the person so they can go through before they even come to you. That is another way to say that your Instagram or your TikTok can be your portfolio, like, can be the place where you have your portfolio. Currently, I have not updated my portfolio in a very long time. Instead, I rely on my Instagram feed because it has a lot of things that I can do there already. Like, I have shown a lot of diverse illustration on that Instagram page, so people can just go through that before reaching out to me. In a way, my Instagram feed is actually my portfolio. Finishing off with why you need a strong portfolio, it helps you stand out and attract the right type of client. So definitely start building your portfolio now. You don't have to be a pro to start building your portfolio. You don't want to wait until you think you're good. Like, other people might think you're good and you might be thinking, oh, you're not that good yet. So you don't want to let that hinder you from starting to work on your portfolio and, like, moving forward in your journey as a fashion illustrator. In the next video, I'll be sharing how to get clients, how to land clients, and make money from your fashion illustrations. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share to your friends. If you find it helpful, definitely share. Help me, guys. Help me help you, please. So that will be the end of this video. See you in the next one. Bye.